2.5 miles beneath the North Atlantic, in complete darkness and crushing pressure, lies one of history's greatest time capsules. But it's not just the ship itself that haunts these depths. When Titanic sank, she took with her cargo holds packed with everything from priceless jewels to mysterious automobiles, from irreplaceable artifacts to objects so valuable. Salvage companies still hunt for them today. But here's what they don't tell you. Some cargo was never recorded. Some holds were sealed before anyone could document what went inside. And some items were deliberately hidden. This is the story of Titanic's lost cargo hold. On April 10, 1912, the RMS Titanic wasn't just boarded. Floating warehouse. Over 5 days, longshoremen hauled aboard approximately 559 tons of cargo, filling 7 massive holds deep within her hull. These weren't just storage spaces. They were reinforced chambers designed to carry everything from luxury automobiles to industrial machinery. From mail destined for America to personal treasures of the world's wealthiest passengers. But what made Titanic's cargo truly extraordinary wasn't just its value. It was the mystery, because when the ship went down, the official cargo manifest told only part of the story. Official cargo value was listed at $420,000. That's over $200 million today. Tonight, we're diving into the depths to uncover what really rests in Titanic's sealed cargo holds. What treasures lie scattered in the debris field? What secrets were deliberately omitted from official records? And why do some items remain missing, even after decades of salvage operations? Let's start with what we know for certain. The official cargo manifest for Titanic reads like a shopping list for the ultra-wealthy. But these were real items with staggering values. 3 crated Renault automobiles worth $5,000 each in 1912. Nearly $150,000 each today. 12 cases of ostrich feathers destined for New York's fashion houses. Valued at $2,500, 5 cases of rare orchids. And a jeweled copy of the Rubaiyat, bound with over 1,000 precious stones. But these officially documented items, they were just the tip of the iceberg. Pun absolutely intended, because wealthy passengers didn't trust the cargo hold with their most valuable possessions. Many kept their jewels, cash, and irreplaceable items in their stateroom safes, which went down with them. Hold on, because what we're about to reveal about one specific safe will blow your mind. One safe alone reportedly held $250,000 in diamonds. That's $7.5 million today, somewhere in this debris field, buried and lost forever. Colonel John Jacob, Astor IV, was the wealthiest man aboard Titanic. His personal fortune would be worth over $2.6 billion today. That's billion with a B when he boarded. He was returning from his honeymoon with his young wife, Madeline. According to insurance claims filed after the disaster, Madeline Astor alone lost jewelry valued at $25,000. That's $750,000 today. Diamond necklaces, pearl strands, gold and sapphire bracelets. All resting somewhere in the debris field. But here's where it gets interesting. Salvage operations have recovered thousands of items from Titanic. Dishes, clothes, currency. But most of the ultra-valuable jewelry never found. The Astor's valuables, the diamonds of other millionaires, gone. When Titanic broke in two and plunged, the violent descent scattered debris across nearly a square mile. Heavy items like safes plunged straight down. Lighter items drifted. And some treasures may have washed away entirely. Since 1987, salvagers have recovered over 5,500 artifacts. But the big-ticket items remain lost to the deep. But wait. Because the real mystery isn't what we know was there, it's what we don't know about. Enter cargo hold number 3. Located in the forward section of the ship, this hold has always been problematic. According to dock workers' testimonies, this hold was sealed before the final cargo inventory was completed. Why the official explanation? Time constraints. Titanic was running late for her maiden voyage. But several longshoremen reported something odd. Crates being loaded in the middle of the night, hours before departure. Heavy crates, unmarked crates, crates that never made it onto the official manifest. One dock worker, William Leon, helped load, quote, government cases into hold number 3. Cases that, and I quote, we were told to forget we ever saw, end quote. Theories range from diplomatic documents to gold bullion being secretly moved by governments. The truth, hold number 3 is now completely inaccessible. Whatever was in those crates is staying there forever. Now let's talk about something we know was aboard. 3 brand new Renault automobiles. Luxury vehicles purchased by wealthy Americans, crated and secured in the cargo hold. One belonged to William Carter, a first-class passenger who survived the sinking. He filed an insurance claim for $5,000. Today, an identical model would fetch over $150,000 at auction. Here's what's fascinating. In all the salvage operations, in all the debris field documentation, those automobiles have never been positively identified. Think about that, 3 vehicles, each weighing over a ton. When Titanic broke apart, those crates should have shattered, sending the vehicles tumbling into the debris field. They're large, they're metal, they should be easy to spot. So where are they? Some researchers believe they're still buried under collapsed decking. Others think the wooden crates provided buoyancy, carrying them miles away to settle far from the main debris field. And there's a third possibility. The sheer force of impact crushed the vehicles into unrecognizable scrap metal. Between 1987 and 2012, several major salvage expeditions brought up thousands of items from Titanic. And while they didn't find the cars or missing jewelry, what they did find painted a vivid picture. Bottles of champagne, still sealed, their contents remarkably preserved by the cold and pressure. Perfume bottles with fragrances still detectable, clothing in surprisingly good condition. Even paper money, American dollars and British pounds, still legible after a century underwater. But perhaps the most poignant discovery, mail, hold that thought. Titanic was a Royal Mail ship, carrying an estimated 400,000 letters in over 3,000 mail bags. Some bags were recovered, their contents remarkably preserved. Letters from immigrants writing home, business correspondence. Love letters that never reached their destinations, frozen moments of people's lives. Salvagers also found hundreds of unopened trunks and luggage. Some have been cataloged, but many remain sealed, either too fragile to open or protected by legal challenges from descendants. But here's the race against time. Titanic itself is disappearing. When Robert Ballard first located the wreck in 1985, the ship was in relatively good condition, considering. But in recent years, the rate of deterioration has accelerated dramatically. A bacteria is literally eating the ship. Halomonas titanici, nicknamed the Titanic bacterium, creates rusticles, icicle-like formations of rust. These microorganisms consume an estimated 200 pounds of iron from the ship every single day. Major structures have already collapsed. In 2019, researchers discovered the officers' quarters had completely fallen in. The iconic crow's nest, gone. The captain's bathtub, once a famous landmark, collapsed into debris below. Scientists estimate that within the next 10 to 30 years, Titanic will collapse entirely into a pile of rust and unrecognizable metal, a geological feature of the ocean floor, not a shipwreck. Which means those automobiles, if still intact, soon crushed beyond recognition. Those sealed trunks will collapse into rust stains. The mysterious unmarked crates from hold number 3. Whatever secrets they contain will be sealed forever. But perhaps we've been asking the wrong question. Maybe the true treasure isn't measured in dollars at all. When salvagers recovered a simple wedding ring, it was valued at maybe $50 in gold content. But inscribed inside was a message, "All my love forever." To the family who lost that person, priceless. For third-class passengers, immigrants seeking new lives in America, their luggage was their treasure. Everything they owned fit in a single trunk. Family photos, their children's clothes, maybe a grandfather's pocket watch. These items tell stories more powerful than any diamond necklace. Each one represents a life interrupted. And visitors spend more time looking at a simple leather shoe than they do at rare china. Because these everyday items make the tragedy real. They connect us to the people, not just the disaster. When survivors arrived in New York, families weren't asking about cargo or automobiles. They were searching for their loved ones. And when they learned those loved ones were gone, no amount of salvaged jewelry could fill that void. The real loss was never about treasure. 2.5 miles down, in eternal darkness, Titanic's cargo hold keeps its final secrets. Somewhere lie those automobiles, somewhere rest the jewels. Somewhere those unmarked crates decay, their contents unknown. But perhaps that's how it should be. Titanic isn't just a treasure hunt. It's a grave site, a monument to human ambition, a reminder that all our possessions mean nothing against nature's power. If you found this deep dive fascinating, subscribe and hit that notification bell. We explore history's greatest mysteries. Next week, the Mary Celeste. A ship found intact, but every person aboard vanished without a trace. Don't miss it.